Hey guys, Terry here. Hey, I want to show you something that I learned recently using Photoshop Elements. And I don't know if you realize this, I don't know if I've ever mentioned it before, but a lot of times I make these videos so when I learn something I can go back and watch them myself. I don't always remember. I like to learn something every day, but I don't always remember how I did something. So it's been a great way in my career to do online help videos and such like that so that I can remember how to use a feature. So we recently got back from a trip to Michigan. We went up to Sleeping Bear Dunes. I highly recommend seeing it. It's such a interesting, lush area of the United States. I was not expecting Michigan to be so there's just trees everywhere, and then in the middle of that, near Lake Michigan, is this Sleeping Bear Dune that formed up there, and it's just fascinating to see. So we enjoyed it very much. But anyways, we took the scenic tour up there, and it takes you through this scenic drive. I think it's about 13 miles long, and there's several places that you could stop and take pictures. So we took a picture. We were at this one overlook where there wasn't anybody there to help us take our picture. So Steve had the idea that we take a picture of each of us and that I could merge the photos. And I was thinking at the time, how am I going to do that? So I did some online help of Photoshop Elements, and I learned how to do it. So let me show you. Okay, so let's open up Photoshop Elements. And I happen to have version 14. And down here at the bottom is an option called Photo Editor. So I'm selecting that option. And I want to open my two photos that I'm going to work on. So I'm pressing File, Open, and then I'm selecting the two files. And I held down my Control key to select two of them to open them at the same time. And then I want to go on this guided tab, and I want to go into Photo Merge. And there's many different options. These were the ones that I looked at to figure out which one I wanted to use. I'm going to use the Group Shot, Photo Merge Group Shot. So when I pick that, it sets up the screen and it shows me my Group Shot options over here to the right. So the first thing it says to do is drag a photo from the photo bin and drop it here to set the base image. So I do like the color of this shot of me. And then I want to add Steve to this. So here's what I've got as the final picture. And then here's my source. So now I want to add the picture of Steve here as another picture. So I think it's got them both selected. As I click between the two down here in the photo bin, it's letting me pick. So I don't know if you can notice, but the pictures are not lined up. That was the first thing I noticed, was the one of Steve. We tried to take them from the same place, but we were just holding our phone to take these pictures. So the first thing I want to do is align the pictures so that when I grab the image of Steve, it's in the same spot on the photo of me. So what's awesome about the Photoshop Elements tool is if you look over here under Advanced Options, if I expand that, open that up, it says there's an alignment tool. And when you click on it, notice that it has these little crosshairs that have opened up. So I'm going to align these, and I'm just going to put the third one down here in the middle so it has that perspective. And then when I come over here on the final picture, I'm going to put them in the same spot of the photo, and then the software is going to know that this is the part that I'm working with here. And I'm just lining that up in the middle. Okay, so now I've aligned it on both those photos. If you see, I've got the one of Steve, the one of me, and then I'm going to hit Align. And what that seemed to do was the picture of Steve, it kind of zoomed it in so that those crosshairs look the same on both photos. So I love that feature. That was the alignment tool. So now we can start seeing what we want to take and from the photos. So there's a pencil option and an eraser option. Let me show you the pencil option first. If I go over here and draw on Steve's legs, if I draw there and draw there and draw here, that is starting to appear on our final picture. Isn't that cool? So then let me draw in the top here. Let's start over here. And I'm just going to, you can see I'm terribly drawing around Steve's body there. Okay, so I don't know how it knew what to take there because I drew it so terribly, but notice his arm looks good there, his head. Now it seems to have lost me. So now let me go over to my picture by clicking down here in the photo bin. I'm clicking on mine. I can see that it took that part of Steve's and it seems to have not selected me. So let me draw where my legs are. Again, I'm still using the pencil tool there. So it brought my legs into the final picture. So like I said, I'm not an expert at this, but I'm showing you this feature, and of course your photo is going to be different, right? But just know that there's a pencil and an eraser. So in the case of the eraser here, well, let me select me, because I don't know if I'm going to have to erase Steve's arm or by selecting me, if it's going to put me in front of his arm. So I'm on the pencil tool and I'm just kind of drawing very loosely around me. And there it did a pretty good job. So it's got that. And then it's a matter of using the eraser and figuring out, on the Steve picture, what you have to add and what you have to erase. So let me erase. So there I clicked on the erase and it took away that part of his sleeve that was in front of my arm. So then it's just a matter of playing with this enough to get it added by using the pencil and erasing by using the eraser. So there's some edges there that I need to clean up. The eraser tool, when you click on it, it's got the size option here. So it does let you get very exact on what you want to erase and what you want to add in. So let me go back to the pencil. I want to get more of Steve's shoulder here. And like I said, it's just a matter of playing with that. I won't bore you with that detail, but let me show you the final picture. Here was the final picture that I was able to, so playing enough with those erasing and pencils, I was able to get his sleeve okay next to mine there. And then the other thing that I did was I kind of brightened up the picture. If you see there, let me go into Photoshop Elements there if you want to know. Once I saved this picture, I did a file save as, wait, I need to select my final picture here. So I was able to do a file save and save that final picture. And then I went into another area of Photoshop Elements and was able to change the lighting. So just changing the lighting, I was able to lighten it up. And you can kind of drag your mouse over this. And it's got some auto sets and it's got some things that you can kind of select what you want to do to lighten that up. So I liked that option there too. It's got an auto, it's even got a smart fix where you can auto set it. I just found that I had to go into the lighting and really lighten it up so that I could see it well. So I'm really happy with how the final picture turned out. here was the one of Steve, and then here's the one of me, and then here's the final picture. So I think it turned out really good. I was really happy with it. And you know, it was just a fun way to merge the two pictures and have that for my scrapbook page. So I hope you learned a little bit. I thought I would also give you an update on my polycythemia, my blood situation that I have. It's an inherited trait, but I've had 2 months now. They put me on a medicine, I'll insert the name here, but that medicine is helping my bone marrow not produce as much white and red blood cells. I'm not having to have the phlebotomies every month, so I've gone 2 months. Next month will be the 3rd month. If I also don't need a phlebotomy next month, then I'll be able to go quarterly on the blood checks. So I'm really excited about that. If you know anybody with polycythemia, they've probably had to have the phlebotomies, and I like that this medicine, I haven't had any bad side effects from the medicine, so just wanted to give you that update. So I hope you are having an excellent summer. I can't believe next week is going to be 4th of July. It just seems like the summer is zooming. So I encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I like to do card making and scrapbooking and all kinds of tips along the way, and then occasionally I do some sewing. I've got a sewing class tomorrow, so we're going to continue the Tula Pink fabric class on that. So I'll probably have an update next on that. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great week. Bye, guys.